Essay number 68. The happier you are with a decision, the less you need other people to be, and 11 other things truly fulfilled people know. Fulfillment is the thing everyone's chasing and no one seems to catch. We've built an entire economy around this desperate search. Self-help books, life coaches, meditation apps, productivity systems, all promising to fill that gnawing emptiness inside you. And it's working for someone, just not for you. Because somewhere along the line we got it completely backwards. We confused happiness for what we have instead of what we do. We thought the solution to feeling empty inside was to fill everything around us. More stuff, more achievements, more validation, more everything. Spoiler alert, it's not working. To be truly fulfilled isn't about accumulating. It's about realizing. It's coming to such a genuine understanding of what you want that not doing it isn't an option anymore. It's seeing past the beliefs you inherited, the dreams that were never yours, the life you're living for someone else's approval. Real fulfillment is the humble simplicity of knowing what you want to offer the world each day, and the love that awakens when you actually do it. So let me share with you 12 things that truly fulfilled people understand, things that the rest of us are still trying to figure out. First, success is falling in love with the process, not the outcome. Everyone wants to write a bestseller. Nobody wants to sit alone at their desk at 5 a.m. struggling with a sentence for an hour. Everyone wants a perfect body. Nobody wants to do squats when their legs are screaming. But here's the truth. The life you want exists in those mundane moments, in the daily grind, in the routine everyone else finds boring. You can't just write the book synopsis and wonder why you don't have a book yet. You have to fall in love with putting words on a page day after day, even when they're terrible. The people who make it aren't the ones who want the result most. They're the ones who can tolerate, even enjoy the process that gets them there. Second, only some happiness is valued in society. Not everybody's going to applaud when you leave your corporate job to work at a coffee shop because it makes you happy. They're not going to understand when you choose less money for more meaning. They're not going to get it when your version of success looks like their version of settling. There's really only one kind of happiness that society values, and it's the kind that makes society comfortable. The kind that's impressive enough to post about, but not so genuine that it makes other people question their own choices. Don't let other people's fears decide what your happiness looks like. Their demons don't get to dictate your dreams. Third, love and success are not finite resources. This toxic belief gets programmed into us in elementary school. Some kids are popular, some aren't, some are smart, some aren't, some matter, some don't. And we carry this zero-sum thinking into adulthood, believing that someone else's success somehow diminishes our own. But success isn't pie. Someone getting a bigger slice doesn't mean there's less for you. Someone else being loved doesn't make you less lovable. Someone else winning doesn't make you a loser. You are not only as good as you are better than someone else. That's not how any of this works. Fourth, the happier you are with a decision, the less you need other people to be. This is the one that changes everything. When you're truly aligned with your choices, you stop needing everyone to validate them. When you actually believe in what you're doing, you stop requiring a consensus. Ironically, it's when you stop needing support that you finally get it. People are attracted to conviction, not desperation. They want to follow someone who knows where they're going, not someone constantly asking for directions. The approval you've been seeking from others, it arrives the moment you stop needing it. Fifth, the end goal is to see how the simplest things are the most extraordinary. When your end goal is something tangible, a certain amount of money, a job title, a relationship status, you haven't actually identified your end goal yet. Those tangible things are mile markers, not destinations. They're the products of your life, not the purpose of it. The real goal is fulfillment itself. The book you write, the business you build, the family you create, these aren't your fulfillment, they're expressions of it. Don't confuse the radio for the sound wave. Sixth, you don't have to, you get to. This is one of the simplest perception shifts, and yet it's what separates the fulfilled from the resentful. Everything is an opportunity to experience life, not an obligation to endure it. You don't have to go to work. You get to go to work. You don't have to wake up early. You get to wake up early. You don't have to take care of your kids. You get to take care of your kids. When you start seeing things as opportunities instead of obligations, you start taking advantage of them instead of trying to avoid them. Easy does it, and does it well. We've been programmed to believe that if it's not hard, it's not valuable. That struggle equals worth. That suffering equals significance. But anything genuine and wonderful and probably successful feels effortless when you're doing it right. The energy you put into creating something becomes the energy other people get out of it. Create from struggle, and people feel that struggle. Create from ease and joy, and people feel that too. The best things you'll ever do won't feel like work. They'll feel like breathing. Eighth, anything that exists in your life exists because you created it. Anything that persists does so because you're feeding it. Every action you take feeds something within you. It feeds your need for control, your love for your work, your resentment toward your family, your complacency in your relationship. That toxic friendship that's draining you, you're feeding it every time you answer their call. That job you hate, you're feeding it every time you don't update your resume. That anxiety that's controlling your life, you're feeding it every time you avoid what scares you. Ask yourself what you're feeding each day. Your life will suddenly make a lot more sense. It's not about whether you listen to yourself. It's about what part of yourself you listen to. People say trust your gut like you only have one gut, like there's only one voice in there. But at any given moment, you've got multiple instincts pulling you in different directions. Your immediate instinct might be protecting you from growth. It might be speaking from fear, from trauma, from insecurity. The voice that says don't try might be trying to keep you safe, not keep you happy. You have to ask, where is this voice coming from? What's it trying to protect me from? And what happens if I listen to it long term? Not all your instincts are created equal. Learn which ones to trust. 10th, even when you're right about someone being wrong, you're still wrong for judging them. It doesn't matter how awful someone's being. It doesn't matter how correct your assessment of their character flaws. It doesn't matter how justified your criticism feels. It's not your job to police the universe. It's your job to figure out why you're more comfortable attacking others than examining yourself. Why you'd rather catalog their failures than address your own fears. Every judgment you make about someone else is really about you. What you can't stand in others is what you can't accept in yourself. 11th, your soul knows what to do to heal itself. The challenge is just to let it. You ever notice how you keep creating the same situations over and over? The same type of toxic relationship, the same work drama, the same family conflict? That's not coincidence. That's your psyche trying to heal itself. It's bringing up the same issue again and again, making it impossible to ignore, forcing you to finally deal with what you've been avoiding. Most healing comes from completely addressing the problem, not avoiding it. Your soul is trying to heal. The question is whether you'll let it or keep getting in its way. 12th, you probably can't be whatever you want, but if you're really lucky and work really hard, you can be exactly who you are. Which is all anyone really wants anyway. Those grandiose visions of being something spectacular, something completely different from who you are now, they're proportional to how much you hate who you currently are. The bigger the fantasy, the bigger the self-rejection. But here's the thing. People who accomplish incredible things don't see them as incredible. They see them as normal, as obvious, as the natural extension of who they are. That's what makes it sustainable. That's what makes it a pattern, then a routine, then a habit, then eventually a body of work that changes everything. That drive and consistency comes from one place only, doing something in complete alignment with who you actually are. Not who you wish you were, not who you think you should be, who you are. It's a privilege to awaken to yourself. It's an extraordinary challenge to accept that person, to find someone who loves that person, to build a life that fully expresses that person, especially when you've spent so long denying they exist. But that's what fulfillment actually is. It's not getting everything you want. It's wanting what you already are. It's not becoming someone else. It's finally becoming yourself. The happier you are with that person, the less you need anyone else to be. And that's when everything changes. That's when you stop seeking and start finding. Stop performing and start being. Stop hoping for fulfillment and start living it. The question isn't whether you can have a fulfilled life. The question is whether you're brave enough to stop pretending you want someone else's. Your real life is waiting. It always has been,